Welcome back to Random Romania. We're driving about today looking for a house for a customer who's contacted us via our YouTube channel. Because I'm building this community, he got interested in our community, but it turns out that he actually wants to build his own farm, cattle farm. He wants to be near me because we've got a great deal in common, but he wants more land than I've got if I sold him my whole location, which I don't want to do. So we're looking around about 10 kilometers from where my base is for a house, because to buy farmland in the area for various legal reasons, he needs to have his residency and his company that he'll use to buy the land in this, physically close to his land. So we're just driving around little villages nearby where this land is he wants to buy to see what we can find. So we've been driving around for about 2 hours now and haven't found anything at all, which is interesting. There's lots of there are some abandoned houses, but nothing's got for sale signs on it, which is a little bit unusual actually. But what's more, there's clearly some people living up here who are investing money in their houses, because there's you can just see from the houses people are spending money on them. So I don't know what to say really. Back to the drawing board on this one. Thought I'd just be honest and tell you that we're not always successful driving around doing this. It doesn't always work. So I think we're going to go to the local Primăria, which is the local mayoralty, the mayor's office, and ask around there and see what the deal is here. Look, that for example is an empty house, right? But normally when you find things like that quite frequently, and especially in an area where things are being traded, you'd expect to find a for sale sign on it, but it's just empty, and we've come across quite a few like that. So I don't know why there's things that are empty that no one appears interested in selling. I mean, this isn't an area where people are abandoning property, that's for sure. They're probably just sitting on it thinking we might come back to it at some point. Anyway, there you go. We'll report back after our meeting at the mayoralty. Okay, so a quick update on where we're at. We went to the local Primăria, which is the local mayoralty. And excuse my notes here on my phone, but there's quite a lot to report. So we met a nice lady at the Primăria who was actually selling her house rather than conveniently. So we went to look at that, and her house she wanted 45k for, but it was quite obvious talking to her that she'd moved quite a bit on the price. Hard to say how much, but maybe even half what she was asking, I'm not sure. There was another house opposite you'll see in this drone shot here, and that house we've got no price on, but we'll come back and find out. That's a nice little cute kind of cottage. We'll see how cute the price is. This one that's behind me, we just, after going to all that trouble to go to the Primăria, we actually drove past this one, and it had a sign for sale on it, so we called it. I think it's an agent. They're asking 40k for this, which is ridiculous. I mean, ridiculously high. This is like a 15k house maybe at a push, but it's quite interesting. So we thought we'd come and film from it, because it's a nice little quiet spot. It's very quiet here. This is actually a nice little cottage and a nice little location, but yeah, his price is quite ridiculous. There was one house we found as well which was somewhat refurbished, but they want 75k for it. It's quite big. It's got 2,000 meters of land with it, but still a lot of money for what it was. And the last house we're going to look at is 17k. It's interesting because it's very close, in fact, to the piece of land that our follower wants to buy. So that one I think is going to be the most interesting for him. But we're yet to see what it's like inside. Anyway, that's where we're off to next. Okay, so this is a 17k house. I had a look inside it. It's very basic. It's pretty typical of what you find in the countryside. Neighbours were nice. They had something interesting to say, which was people are actually moving into this area from Bucharest, from Pitești, from Mioveni, which are nearby towns, and Bucharest is the capital, obviously about 150 kilometres away. So buying anything around here is probably a good investment, or it's not going to lose money, put it that way. Also, that house we looked at last was for 40k, which we thought was overpriced. Just as we were leaving, we realised there was another house on the same piece of land, a really nice house. So we're going to explore that more, because maybe that was actually an interesting deal. Anyway, that brings us to the end of the video. Thanks very much for watching, and we might make follow-ups of these various houses in this video if our follower decides to buy one of them or do some kind of deal. Otherwise, if you're interested in any of them, specific details, just write in the comments below and we'll send you contact details so you can contact us directly and find out more information. Thanks for watching, and please like, subscribe and all that other good stuff, and we'll return with another video soon. Bye for now.